And we are live. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Superherocuts podcast, where we talk about things Marvel, DC, and Star Wars. We have a really great episode today for you guys. It's gonna be very interesting. Can't wait for you guys to hear our opinions. So, bro, how are you, man? How was your Thanksgiving, bro?
I'm good. Thanksgiving was good. No complaints there. Always a good time with the family. How was yours?
Good, man. Ate so much food. Played Call of Duty like so much, bro. So I'm happy, man. It was
Nice.
really good time with family. So, but obviously, guys, you know how we do it, man. We gotta get to business, man. We gotta get to business. So, obviously, we are going to get to what Marvel is trying to do to fix some of the stuff that's going on in the MCU. But we're obviously going to start with, which I think is one of the most important things, which is the Fantastic Four news. So, um, and not really Fantastic Four, but some MCU news. So obviously, Doctor Doom is one of the greatest characters in comic book history, one of the greatest villains of all time, and obviously, um, someone that's going to play Doctor Doom is a very important role that that like need to be figured out. And so, according to a lot of sources, the news that has come out is that one of the top choices for Doctor Doom is Killian Murphy. Now, if you don't know who Killian Murphy is, he was the Scarecrow in Batman Begins. He was the main character in Oppenheimer, which that movie has grossed. It's almost at a billion at this point, so it's doing great in theaters. So, Killian Murphy was also, if you were a Netflix fan, he was in Peaky Blinders as well. So, how do you feel about Killian Murphy being eyed to play Mr. Doom?
I feel like, first of all, definitely well deserved. The guy is, one of the greatest actors of our generation. And I think what's so great about this casting, if it's true, I hope it is that a lot of times there are a lot of great actors that are like on the cusp of being household names, whether Killian Murphy is or isn't. I think he might be at this point. But they don't get that like super level of fame until they get casted into our world in a role like this. This is the kind of role that's going to make Killian Murphy super famous for the rest of his career. And it's going to put Doctor Doom on the map in the same kind of way because Doctor Doom is a very well known villain. He's been in a couple movies now. None of them have been, major hits, especially for Marvel. But I think Doctor Doom is going to do a lot for Killian Murphy, and I think Killian Murphy is also going to do a lot for Doctor Doom. And if this casting is accurate, once this movie comes out, everyone will know who Killian Murphy is, even if they're not people that are, part of our fandom. People like your mom who doesn't really know actors will start to know who Killian Murphy is because this is the kind of role that you're going to see him on more talk shows. You're going to see him hanging out with other celebrities. It's just that kind of role that puts him at a much higher elevation in the stratosphere of fame.
I agree, man. I think that Killian, number one, he has the eyes to play Doctor Doom because when you're wearing the Doctor Doom mask, the eyes matter the most, and I think Killian has those eyes. If that makes sense, if you hear what I'm saying, like those eyes are just so menacing that, and I think he could do that
Yeah.
very well. But also, Killian, I feel like it's going to be a really new thing for him because he's never. I mean, he's been in major, obviously, franchises like the Dark Knight trilogy, and obviously Oppenheimer, but he's been attached to Nolan. So him kind of like moving away from Nolan movies and kind of doing his own thing, I think it's gonna be pretty like exciting to see the kind of gravitas that he brings to the character of Doctor Doom because Killian's going to take the role serious. He's going to become Doctor Doom, and I think superhero roles for actors. I feel like they also view them as fun. Like because usually, like I mean, imagine playing someone like Oppenheimer. That's a very serious role, and you got to put yourself in the mind of being someone that's going to kill millions of people. So him like switching to being Doctor Doom, which is also like a very menacing role, but I would imagine that for Killian Murphy, it'll be fun.
Yeah, it's not a Nolan 3 hour biopic.
Yeah,
It's
because Nolan
yeah.
movies are like, I mean, like Nolan is, and I hate saying this, guys, but Nolan is so great of a director and writer that like doing his movies probably is taxing for actors because they're so deep and so serious, that when you go to superhero movies, like, yes, these movies are deep and serious. And like, I feel like from a physical standpoint, it's a lot. But I feel like, like it's fun when like you get to see yourself on the screen flying around and being a superhero, or
Yeah.
a villain.
Yeah, and like you said, doing a Nolan movie, especially playing Oppenheimer, and especially like that scene where he is in, I don't know if it's like a chapel, or I think it's a chapel or a church, and he's looking at his community, and they're all like so excited that this bomb was so powerful, and something that he created was used. And like right there, he's kind of like, instead of enjoying that success, the guilt that you were able to say. I just think like that kind of acting is, probably the highest echelon of talent that you could have in acting. So
I
I
agree.
definitely think he's had that, and I think this movie will be more fun. I get what you're saying about the eyes, and I hope that Marvel does stick to the traditional uh you know costume of Doctor Doom. Like obviously they changed the eyes a bit with Iron Man. But I do think with Doctor Doom they'll stick to the traditional route. And by the way, traditional is going to be a big word tonight.
Oh God. Yeah, it is. We have a lot. We have a. Let me tell you guys, this docket, we're gonna be talking about like mad topics. Like, it's gonna be. This is gonna be
Yeah.
a really. It's gonna be a longer episode than usual. I'll say that. So, but as I said, I agree with everything you say. I think Killian's special. I think he's gonna do something very special with that Fantastic Four role. And then like seeing. And I think him and if Pedro Pascal is Mr. Fantastic, I feel like him and Pedro could actually rub off each other and actually are a really good way, honestly.
Listen, I have been wrong about Pedro Pascal before. Like, I was not happy about him for The Last of Us. And, he's kind of like known now for his dad roles, which Reed Richards is obviously a father, and his kids are going to be in the movie. But I don't know. I just listen. I would prefer John Krasinski. I think John Krasinski would be a better Reed Richards than Pedro Pascal. I don't like Pedro Pascal in this role. I hope it's not true. And the other thing about the Fantastic Four rumors, and I was thinking about this after last week's episode, on the Silver Surfer topic, like it seems like every week there's another big rumor about the Fantastic Forecast that like I wouldn't put it past Marvel if some of these were completely fake and like started by Marvel as decoys, because Marvel's like, you know what? I don't like that rumor. Let's put this fake one out to take attention away from that one. We've just heard so many at this point. So who knows? Pedro Pascal might be BS. Killian Murphy might be BS. The female Silver Surfer might be BS, and we could be in for, castings that we've never heard of for the whole movie. We have no idea.
I mean, honestly, this is what I feel in regards to those. I feel like a lot of fans take a lot of like because like a lot of people don't understand, right? When you're a director and you're storyboarding for a movie or a show or whatever it is, right? You're going to run into situations to where um like you have a lot of ideas that get scrapped.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's a lot of scrapped ideas that are kind of getting like taken out of context, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's a valid point for sure.
And they're like, and like, and the thing is that people have to understand that there are fans out there that hate on Marvel. Like, for example, like Nerdrotic or like those type of people. I believe they're Marvel fans, but they make money hating on Marvel.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
Marvel lately has been giving these guys the content to do it. Like. And like they're not beating the allegations at all of like just literally ditching everything that they're doing to make characters that people don't care about. And so but I do think that with the Fantastic Four, I think that Pedro Pascal could be a good read. obviously Pedro's not my who was not my first choice, but I think you could paint Pedro in a way to really fit to be a good read. And I think that casting Pedro is more of a long game standpoint than like a here and now. And I think this is my theory. I think Krasinski will be good, but I don't think Krasinski was in it for the long run, and that's the only reason why I feel like they didn't go with him. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, that's kind of the way that I'm feeling because I felt like Krasinski there was something special in the workroom, but I feel like somehow that got chalked up.
Yeah. I also hate that we've gotten to a point with Marvel. There are now multiple projects that like I haven't watched. I haven't watched She-Hulk. I'm not going to watch She-Hulk. Um, I did go to the movies to see the Marvels, but I stopped watching around the halfway mark. And I don't plan on watching it again on Disney Plus. Like I will literally never watch that movie ever. And the only other project that I haven't watched, which I'll get around to, but like I just was never excited about it, is Werewolf by Night. I know you're a fan of
Oh,
it.
in color, it's fire. When you watch it in color, I watched it in color.
Yeah, I'm
It's
definitely gonna watch it in
nuts.
color.
It's nuts.
You know, but
Bro,
like
you will love that movie.
I know it's isolated from the rest of the universe, and I don't want more projects to be coming out that like I don't care about. I don't think it's a good thing for Marvel. It never used to be that way. Like you would never miss something, and now to say that like there are 3 projects out that like I haven't really watched is crazy.
Yeah, and that's because the show's kind of ruined everything as well. That's kind of how I feel. I feel like the show's
Yeah,
killed it a lot, in my opinion.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so it's gonna kind of suck for a while, but it's whatever. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. So now, guys, we have a lot of like topics that we're gonna cover one by one. So bear with us because it's a pretty long docket, but we're gonna get through it. So basically, Daniel RPK, a big leaker who's been on point a lot, kind of released what is seeming to be Marvel's plan. Okay, now, in my opinion, the TV show strategy is literally god awful. Not gonna lie. With that being said, I do think that there that the movie strategy is better. I think that the movie strategy is really good, but Marvel is okay. Let's just get into it. Okay, so first off, the first thing we're going to talk about is Moon Knight Season 2. But before we get into Moon Knight Season 2, I want to break down what is happening. So, Marvel Studios feels like what hurt them was having a limited series. And what they want to do now is they want to do longer shows with multiple characters in them rather than doing one show with one character and that's it. So, it's kind of
That's
like what
int-
you and I talked about before about how we were saying, like, Agatha season 2 could have been in WandaVision. Like you and I were saying, right? Instead of doing Agatha season 1, they could have just done Agatha storyline and WandaVision season 2 and put Wanda in the story to make the show relevant instead of doing an Agatha show, which no one's going to watch.
it's
You know what I mean?
crazy to me that, and I don't know where I saw this, but it was somewhere on social media. How um, I don't know if it was the director or the showrunner, but kept coming up with different ideas, and Agatha was always in these ideas, and then eventually they were just like Kevin Feige was like, why don't we just do an Agatha show? And I got to say something on this because like I'm starting to get worried that we on this show always talk about this Marvel course correcting. And when I hear that Agatha's show was Kevin Feige's idea, it makes me think this course correcting thing could very well be a myth.
Yeah, well, because I'm and like as I said, I'm not trying to cape for the man, but I understand why you might do it because fans like her. But why would you start? And as I said, I want to go down the road because we gone here before, and I really want to get to the main point, bro. That
What's up,
like,
Enduro?
huh?
I was saying what's up to the comments. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
Oh,
off.
what's up? What's up, dog? But I really want to get to like the main point, because the main thing that I want to talk about in regards to the TV shows is Marvel Studios thing, and this is all rumor, like, you know what I mean. So this isn't official, but Marvel Studios thinks that the problem that they're having is the shows are limited, and they want to do, as I said, more shows with multiple characters in shows. So some characters that they're thinking of putting in shows, they really want to explore more Ghost Rider. They really want to explore more Punisher. They really want to explore more Jessica Jones, and they want to put those characters with other characters to make the shows 10 times more, interesting. Now, the first show that is in development that they are talking about is Moon Knight season 2. Okay, so first off, here is my opinion on Moon Knight season 2. I love the Moon Knight season 1. I've always been a fan of Moon Knight. I have all of his skins in Fortnite, by the way. I think there's a lot of places that you can go with Moon Knight. Now I understand you want to do this show. How the heck is that going to fit with all the other projects that are supposed to be important, and would season 2 be coming out after the reboot? Like, when will this be coming out? So there's a lot of questions there, but Moon Knight season 2 being in development, I think that's a no-brainer. Moon Knight was one of the most successful Marvel shows that they made. I'm not shocked. I would rather them scrap. I mean, I would take a Moon Knight season 2 over Agatha, just saying. So how do you feel about Moon Knight season 2? Did you like Moon Knight season 1?
Yeah,
No?
I did. And,
Yeah.
it was, I loved it also, aside from the story and the character, and Oscar Isaac is a phenomenal actor.
Agreed.
I always appreciate when a movie looks good on an OLED and sounds good on a sound system. Like, I think creators should make content designed for the home theater experience. I think that's going to become exponentially more and more popular as time goes on. And, theaters, hate it or love it, but, they are going to become like the way movies are released now is going to be a thing of the past. There will be, a few theaters that stay open, but it's not going to be the way it is today. It's unsustainable. And Moon Knight, to me, was one of the best series on the home theater system. So I really appreciated that, but I don't like that Marvel hasn't involved him in anything within the MCU. This show is, 2 years old now, and like we haven't seen him anywhere. And this problem is very persistent for all of the greatest characters to come post Endgame. We see them once and we never see them again. And I was watching Wakanda Forever this past weekend. I fell asleep and I was like, what? I don't know if I'm going to, put it back on the next night. But like that movie, first of all, it would have been like a top tier. And I said this to you in a text. It would have been a top tier MCU project had T'Challa been recasted. So to everyone that told Marvel on social media not to recast because yeah, thanks. And
appreciate it, homie.
Yeah, and Namor, we should be seeing Namor elsewhere.
He should be everywhere right now.
He should be everywhere, and I don't think he's going to be in the Fantastic Four movie. And I do want to see him everywhere. I don't think that story is the right way to introduce the Fantastic Four. I think that would be a horrible decision. But where is he? Why is Namor shelved? He's arguably the greatest character that he's been introduced to.
Isn't he dealing with sexual let's call it?
Oh yeah, he is.
Allegations. But yeah.
I can't even keep
Marvel,
up with that. It's crazy.
Marvel can't catch a break, man. But even aside from that, he probably wasn't even in the plans, So
yeah. But he didn't die. They didn't kill him off. They didn't kill him off.
Yeah, I mean, because he's not innocent until proven guilty. No, I don't think there's been any movement on that, but I
don't think they made the movie when I don't think they made the movie when they made the movie. This issue didn't arise.
It was after. It was after.
Yeah, it was after. It was after Jonathan Majors. So they didn't know about that till very recently.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He probably wasn't even in the plans at all anyway, which kind of sucks, you know. Let's read these comments real quick. We'll see, guys. Well, hopefully more episodes for each show. Daredevil Born Again is 18 episodes. Yeah, I mean, and that's what I want, you know. Like as I say, you can put these mini arcs into these shows, and some fans might look at it as filler, but that's an easy way for you to develop characters without doing all these shows. Like they're just expanding their catalog for no reason, you know. And
Yeah.
you're putting hundreds and millions of dollars into these shows that no one's going to watch. 6 episodes just isn't enough. Where I think Marvel can learn. I don't think they were. I think they were right not to recast. It's disrespectful to recast like Heath Ledger. I'm glad they didn't recast for Rises. So I'll be completely honest, bro. And this is where like I have an issue with a lot of fans is because Black Panther is a comic book character. He is not a real person. And knowing and watching interviews on who Chadwick Boseman is, the actor that is, I really don't think he would have like cared like if someone recasted Black Panther. I also think that they're honoring Chadwick even more by putting someone in his spot, showing like honoring the character of
Legacy
T'Challa
living
himself.
on.
Yes, you could have honored T'Challa by putting Black Panther in that movie. And look, you could have done a younger T'Challa, like if it really came down to it, like fans would have understood, you know. And
And here's
as much as I love Shuri, hold on, bro. And as much as I love Shuri in Black Panther, Shuri is perfect as Shuri. Shuri is not great as the Black Panther. That's just not who she is as a character. And to be honest, even if someone like M'Baku, even if M'Baku just wore the suit for like a movie, I don't think any of that would have worked. When you have a character like Namor versus T'Challa is one of the craziest and biggest beefs in comic book history. Literally, comic cuts. Am I right?
yeah,
That's like Batman
100%.
and the Joker, bro. Like they're like that. And
Yeah.
you know, we missed out on one of what could have been one of the greatest movies of all time because of that. So yeah, bro, I really do not agree. And just saying, right? And comic cuts, you can definitely answer that to me. And when you say so, would you have wanted Joker to be recast in The Dark Knight Rises? Here's the difference between Heath and Chadwick is that Joker's story was done at the end of that movie, his story ended. So it was right to not bring him back in The Dark Knight Rises. Like that story ended. We're moving on to someone else, and we got Bane. With T'Challa, his story was just getting started. Bro. And the other thing is that T'Challa was supposed to be the center of the Marvel. He was supposed to take the spot of Captain America in the MCU. That's how they were built to be, right? Spider-Man was going to be like take the place of Tony Stark. Bozeman would have taken the spot of Cap, and and that they should have put someone in that place to do that. And honestly, I think not recasting Black Panther is one of the biggest reasons why we are where we are in the MCU. I don't think we will be in this position if we had a Black Panther right now. All
And
yours, bro.
I have a lot to say, but the one thing I want to start with, like when I'm going back and watching movies, like I don't want to watch the first Black Panther just because like it makes me so angry that they didn't recast him that I don't even want to bother with the first one. I'm like, the character's done, it's a wrap. And it's Hollywood. Actors get recast all the time. It's the way the business works. We as fans lost out on it. And like, I'm not insensitive to cancer. Like cancer, I've said it before on the show. Like, it's something that hits very close to home with me. I get it. You know, at the same time, like characters get recast. I'm the biggest James Bond fan ever, and you know, I've had multiple James Bonds. Some of them I thought sucked, and most of them I thought were great. You know, but like that's how it works. And the other thing too, like Stevie covered a lot of it, so you know. But the truth is that I don't think that they would have been able to recast it and have an actor do a better job than Chadwick. But no actor would have been held to that standard because it's not like they fired Chadwick. Chadwick passed, and because of that, we're getting the next best option. And it would have done well for someone's career. That's another thing. And that person also wouldn't have had to go under the criticism of being not as good as Chadwick because, like, it's not even relevant to why he got the job. And also, like, kind of what I said before to when I said, like, thank you to all the fans that campaigned for not T'Challa not being recast. You know, the MCU is in shambles right now, and if we had T'Challa, like, T'Challa is a leader. He's led Avengers teams, and if we had T'Challa and Thor, like, well, Thor was kind of ruined by Taika Waititi, which is a whole other story. But, like, and that's something we always talk about too. Is, like, a lot of the things that put Marvel into the position where they're in right now were out of their control. Like Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. I think it was a mutual decision. I think Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans, they made enough money making these Marvel movies. They wanted to take a break for a bit and go on to do more serious dramas. And I don't think Marvel wanted to pay them what they promised they'd pay them in the beginning, because they're making other movies with other actors and they're paying them normal rates compared to the amounts that they agreed to pay Chris Evans and RDJ in the beginning. So I just, and a lot. So my point is, a lot of these things are out of their control, but a lot were in their control. And not recasting T'Challa is one of the biggest problems, like, when you look at it as a whole in the MCU. And, Iron Man and Captain America, fine, not your choice. Black Panther, that was your choice. And they don't have the luxury to make these stupid decisions because of all the things that were out of control that weren't their choice. So when something is in their control, they need to be careful and they need to be smarter.
And also, characters transcend the actor in these types of roles. You know what I mean? Yeah. So when you're looking at James Bond transcends Daniel Craig and Brosnan and all those people. Iron Man, as much as people hate to hear it, it transcends RDJ. Batman transcends Christian Bale.
I want to say something on that.
Like, there's going to come a point where these characters are going to be recast, and fans are going to have to accept it. So, and that's just the way it works. These actors can't live forever, So
I 100% agree. But I think people get confused with RDJ and Iron Man because Robert Downey Jr. made Iron Man famous. However, there will be a time where Iron Man is recasted and Iron Man will make a young actor we've never heard of at this point famous.
I agree. And so, and that's kind of where I break off, because it's like
they can't just keep bringing back old actors into Avengers movies forever. Yeah, they're probably going to bring Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans back. But, like, when it's 2035, we better have a different Iron Man than Robert Downey Jr. Otherwise, we're all screwed as fans.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. So, yeah, I think that you're, like, I understand the respect for the family, but, like, there's no but. I understand respect for the family, comma. There's no but. We have respect for them, comma. At the end of the day, bro, like, it's the movie business, and I'm pretty sure in their contracts there's clauses. And just want to talk to you guys. Oh, I gotta save it. I'll save it. Because just know there's some Kang stuff that I want to talk about, and I really want to talk about these Marvel contracts as well. We're really going down that. All right, so next is Miss Marvel season 2. So Miss Marvel season 2 is in development. Now, as I love Miss Marvel, I don't think this is a good move at the moment. Mostly because it's coming off of the Marvels, which did terrible in the box office. Miss Marvel, the show itself, also didn't do really good in numbers. I would like if Miss Marvel was in a movie with another character, and I think that Amon girl, I think her role needs to be a little more serious. I think that with what's happened with the Marvels, I hope it didn't tarnish, like, Amon's role, because I think she's really good as Miss Marvel, but I think that we need to see her in another project with another A-list hero. I don't think that, doing a Miss Marvel season 2 is really going to move a lot of, fans at the moment. So I'm really against this idea of doing a Miss Marvel season 2, as much as I like Miss Marvel season 1. It's just not a smart move for the studio.
I agree. And I also think that, like, they can't. I in a perfect world, I would say put her on the shelf for a bit, reintroduce her in her own movie because the character is great, the actor is great, she deserves her own movie. But the problem is that they injected her into the Marvels. The movie did horrible. The movie was horrible, and now fans who didn't watch Miss Marvel aren't sold on the character. And if they say they're doing a Miss Marvel movie, that movie will do worse than the Marvels. So I think they should shelve her for a bit. If you want to do the season 2 eventually, like put her into a movie where you have her do good. But even that idea I don't like because I'm so tired of these characters being laundered in movies where they don't belong. I hate it.
Dragon Trainer, what's up, baby? Hungry Almighty, what's up, baby? I didn't say hi to y'all, man. You guys are weekly regulars. And Enviro, thank you for like coming in and talking, bro. We really appreciate that, though. Obviously, we don't agree with the recast on T'Challa, but we love their different opinions. We love to talk about them. We're not going to kill you for having an opinion unless you think that the Dark Knight is good. Then I won't agree with you. But yeah, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. We love the differentiating the different opinions. Yeah, Dragon Trainer. I was not expecting a Miss Marvel. Yo, Enviro, it's funny because we are literally talking about She-Hulk next right now. Okay. Oh, I'll put season 3. Hold on, guys. Let me change that real quick. 1 second. I gotta make sure that's right. Season 2. Give me a second. 1 second, homies. Changing it. Season 2. Okay, so next on our news cycle, because as I said, we got a lot of news coming, and these were all leaks from Daniel RPK. I just kind of just put them up into topics. So, She-Hulk season 2 is in talks to happen. Now, I pray to God this isn't true. Okay. And look, as much and you guys might hate me. You guys might hate me for this, okay? I do think She-Hulk episode 1 was gas. And that's how I feel about all of these Disney. Every Disney Plus show, the first episode is always the best episode. The only show where the first episode wasn't the best episode was Loki, because Loki and WandaVision also, those shows are just goated. But in a lot of these shows, the first episode is always good, and then it just plateaus down. It just takes a nosedive down after. Now, I am not the biggest fan of She-Hulk, and it isn't because, look, I don't think it's because of politics. It's not the reason why I don't like her. That's not the reason why. The reason why I'm not the biggest fan of She-Hulk is because I don't get why a D-list character like She-Hulk got a TV show before a lot of other characters. Like, Yelena Belova was becoming a fan favorite. Why didn't she get her own show? Why couldn't we have gotten a Thunderbolt show? Like that. Those are things I'd want to see. Why couldn't we get a show? Look, at the end of Eternals, it literally sets up a story. Why couldn't we get a show about that? Like, that is my issue, is that She-Hulk, it wasn't like, it didn't really connect to anything. We got Daredevil, which was cool, but what does that connect to? And She-Hulk, and look, I like the girl that plays She-Hulk. I think she plays She-Hulk very well, and I think she needs better direction because she has it. I think She-Hulk is a character that you put in a movie with other characters. She is not a lead character. And that's just where I'm at. So I'm not the biggest fan of She-Hulk season 2, but it is because She-Hulk is not a lead character. And how the hell does She-Hulk get a show, but the Hulk doesn't? I would rather watch Bruce Banner, and I think Mark Ruffalo's mid as the Hulk as well. But I would rather watch Bruce Banner as the Hulk before She-Hulk. And it's because, as I said, like, you can only do so much with She-Hulk as a main character. Like, she's a side character. So yeah.
Listen, She-Hulk season 2. I never watched She-Hulk season 1, so I'm definitely not watching She-Hulk season 2. I can't stand Mark Ruffalo. I think he's an awful actor. Like, he is decent in Avengers movies, and I still wish they casted someone better than him. And as far as like, I would rather watch a show like Red Guardian is an underrated character, and David Harbour is a great actor. Like, that's the kind of show. And I get it. Maybe these actors are a little too famous and it would cost too much to pay them.
Look at that comment, bro. Look at that comment. It's so facts. How do
That's a
characters
great
like
point.
Echo and Ironheart get a Disney Plus show before Iron Fist? Do you know how much money a Ghost Rider show would make right now?
Yeah.
Like, do characters that people care about? Nobody gives a crap about She-Hulk, bro. You know,
No.
she's just not an interesting character like all these other people.
I want to say something about Shield because no matter what, there is always some clown on the internet with a dumb opinion. You could count on it for any topic. And there is this guy, and I'm not going to mention him by name.
Say his name. Say
No,
it.
I'm not because
Okay,
I've
okay.
actually like beefed with him in the comments before.
Okay.
But and you wouldn't know who he is. He's not big or anything.
Okay.
Not that I'm big on Instagram either, but he was like, all you haters are like sexist, and this is like the future of the MCU, and if you can't see it, you're a moron. And like it was like an absolutely wild take. And of course he got some likes, and like it's just like, I'm sorry, but like how stupid, I'm going to say, how stupid do you have to be to watch that show? And listen, I tried to watch the first episode, so I do have an idea of what it is. But to watch that show and say that's the future of the MCU, because if that's the future of the MCU, we are screwed. That show is absolutely horrible, and there's always a clown who will have a dumb opinion on the internet, and chances are there are other clowns that will agree with it. So, just be mindful of the content that you consume, because you might be consuming content from an idiot.
So, but when I say She-Hulk season 2 in talks, it basically means that the studio is in early development about they're starting a storyboard about what She-Hulk season 2 would possibly be. Gaia from Secret Invasion should have her own Disney Plus show.
Dragon Trainer, fire.
I love Gaia. She's awesome.
Yeah.
Secret Invasion was actually a really good show. I don't understand the hate. I really like that show.
I agree. And by the way,
had a chokehold on me for a couple of weeks, actually.
She is like a phenomenal actor. Like that's an actor worthy of a show. And I know she's like big in
She should have been Natasha. Sorry.
Oh, that I disagree with. I think Scarlett Johansson crushed it as Natasha Romanoff. I don't know where you're getting off.
No. I'm not talking about she should have took her spot. I have a theory. I'm not going to get into it. We'll talk about it off here. Keep going.
No, that's it.
Okay. All right. So yeah. What did Enviro say? And the Ghost Rider movies were unsuccessful, bro. It doesn't matter if the Ghost Rider movies were unsuccessful, bro. If you do it right, fans are going to love it. And with the technology that we have right now, it would blow up, bro. Fans, bro, when I'm on Twitter, all I see is Ghost Rider stuff, bro. There's a lot of Ghost Rider fans out there, man. We're in a different time than when Nicolas Cage was Ghost Rider, bro.
He never should have been Ghost Rider, number one. No disrespect to Nicolas Cage, but there was a time in Hollywood where they casted Nicolas Cage in literally every role, and he loved it because he wanted to buy a bunch of dumb artifacts. And that's just the cold hard truth. But the other thing that I think a lot of fans don't think about when they think about like casting and what shows and movies should be made, and we kind of touched on this last week with Silver Surfer.
He sounds angry. We are not mad, bro. We're not mad. We're just passionate fans.
Here's the thing about something like Ghost Rider. Like, Ghost Rider looks cool, okay? He is a skeleton with a flaming head on a motorcycle. Like, that sells. Spectacle sells. It's like one of the biggest things in Hollywood. And it's one of the reasons superhero movies are so successful. So, like, when you think about characters like Silver Surfer and Ghost Rider, there's a lot that could be done with that with CGI and all the technology that we have today. And I know that like CGI gets a bad rap because a bunch of people on Twitter who don't know anything complain about CGI when they don't know what to complain about a movie they don't like. But we're pretty damn fortunate with the movies we get with some pretty high-end CGI, because if we weren't, none of these movies would be popular. all the people in the industry who make these movies, they all say the reason superhero movies took off when they did was because it was the time when CGI made it that you believed that Iron Man was actually flying.
Agree. Okay, so She-Hulk season 2, we're not with. Okay, now next one, Vision Quest and Wonder Man. Not saying that they're in shows together; they're two separate shows, but I kind of want to just put them into one. Um, Now Vision Quest, I love Vision. Okay, I'm a big Vision fan, big Vision guy. And I love where his story was left off in WandaVision. So, and we're gonna talk about this because next we're gonna be talking about the Scarlet Witch movie, and I have a lot to say about that as well. But obviously, Vision Quest will be leading to the Children's Crusade, all that jazz, him getting his memories back. I think that's a show that people will watch. Just being real, I think Vision is a very loved character, but with Vision Quest, I see that more as a limited series, more than you know what I mean. I consider
Yeah.
that as a limited series, and I think as a limited series, Vision Quest will be very successful. Now, Wonder Man, Wonder Man is just a show that just doesn't need to be done. But Wonder Man is just another character that could be introduced with another hero as a side hero, side character. This show would not be successful, and it is just because people don't want to see the Wonder Man. When I'm on X, when I'm on Instagram, when I'm DMing people about what shows that they're excited for, Wonder Man is not what I hear. A lot of fans don't even know who Wonder Man is,
and they don't care. They're not going to care. Wonder Man is corny. He's never been an interesting character. I don't know. Like, they keep doing this with characters that nobody cares about, and nobody is going to care about Wonder Man. The Vision Quest is even a tough sell for me. I'd watch it. I think Vision has his moments. I'm not a big fan of Vision by any means. I think his value as a character within the MCU lied on, adding to the complexity of Wanda. I don't really think it was because he was a great character. And I hate the word wonder. Like, I give Wonder Woman a pass because she is a cool character. But wonder is such a silly word, and I take people less seriously when they use that word in conversation, because nobody wonder. Like, everyone says, I don't even get it. It's a stupid word.
No, there's your daily dose of comic cuts, right? He hates the word wonder. It's always something new. You're hilarious. What Hungry Almighty said, please tell me that Wakanda series is not happening. No, the Wakanda series is not happening, thank God. Wonder Man and Vision Quest said to be canceled now. I'm not sure. So apparently they're still trying to work them out. It's just funny because Marvel said that they think that the limited series is a bad thing. They're still going to try to put out limited series. Like, it's not adding up for me. If this is true, it's really not adding up. If they want to do multiple characters, why are you doing these movies or these shows? All right, now we're about to get to the movies, which I think is good news all around. Okay, now that we got through the negative, let's get to some positives. All right. So first off, okay, good news. Scarlet Witch movie still being considered by Marvel. Now, this is most likely the role that Agatha's going to play. They're probably going to resurrect Wanda. There's rumors that in the Agatha show, we're going to see the dead corpse of Wanda, all that jazz. You guys know I'm a big Wanda fan. I'm a big Scarlet Witch fan. I've always been since the comics. Just to let you guys know, I fell in love with her via the X-Men. It was not through the MCU, okay? So I know Wanda as a mutant, okay? Anyways, so I think that look, Scarlet Witch is one of the most popular characters in Marvel. Her WandaVision show literally created a movement for fans. I know a lot of Wanda fans, and I think that with a character like Elizabeth Olsen who can act her butt off, I think this is a perfect way to include other characters. Like, and if this is after the reboot, why not do a Quicksilver Magneto story? Why can't we get a story like that? I think like pairing Elizabeth Olsen up with the X-Men is the best way to do it. And obviously, like, the big rumor is that she's going to be linked to the Children's Crusade with Wiccan and Speed and all of that jazz. And I would love for those characters to be included as well with Vision also. But I do think that, like, for the Scarlet Witch movie to be like $1 billion grossing film, you have to have Magneto in there. You have to have Quicksilver in there. Evan Peters Quicksilver. Michael Fassbender Magneto. Like you need those type of characters, or even bro, bring back Ian too, because Ian said he would do it. I mean, if Ian McKellen wants to be Magneto again, imagine her like talking to an old version of her dad. Like I think that would be like some awesome stuff that I think fans would like
Listen,
cherish that.
I loved Ian McKellen, but like Fassbender, that would go so hard.
Imagine Elizabeth Olsen talking to Michael Fassbender's Magneto, and
Yeah,
they're just going, just wrecking stuff, bro. Like that'll be in, like, and that's and like as Marvel, like you got to think about stuff like that. Like yo, like that's what people will want to see, you know.
yeah.
Um, and and this might be a wild take, man. Scarlet Witch versus Jean Grey. Oh, Dragon Trainer, you literally just said that too. Scarlet Witch versus Jean Grey. I think that would also be an awesome plot to go into as well. Not maybe in the Scarlet Witch movie, but I think Scarlet Witch should be in the X-Men movies as well. I feel like Elizabeth Olsen should give hope to the future when it comes to like the mutants and stuff like that.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Scarlet Witch and her?
I like Scarlet Witch. I think she's a great character. I've always been a fan. I didn't like the WandaVision show, but I also think like Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. Like, how do you have? I don't understand how you can make a movie like that with Scarlet Witch and not have plans for her after. You know, you can't just shelve a character after.
They just killed her off, and she was popular. What are
Yeah.
you doing?
You know, so that was crazy to me. But you know, listen, with the multiverse, anything is possible. I do think the X-Men are coming. Like before, I really thought that they were going to save it for post
Secret Wars.
Post Secret Wars, yeah. But after seeing, you know, Kelsey Grammer, who great actor, you know, played Beast in the post credit scene of the Marvels, like the X-Men are coming. They wouldn't have put that post credit scene in there for no reason.
Yeah.
So the X-Men
Feige
are coming.
knows, man.
Probably coming soon. Yeah. Like,
Feige
and also
knows.
keep in mind that, you know, we've been told a lot of the movies and shows that are coming out, but there were a couple rumors floating around about secret projects, and they didn't tell us the titles of them or anything, any details. It's very possible that those are mutant related.
Yeah, for sure. All right, now let's go through some of these chats. All right, Cuts.
Yeah.
All right, we got a lot to cover. Hold on, I'll start right here. I was not expecting Ms. Marvel season 2. Me either. How has She-Hulk season 2 been confirmed? It's not confirmed. They are in talks and in the early development stages, rumored. Dark Knight trilogy is overrated. I agree in that sense that people think that was what peak Batman looks like. I agree. He's definitely not peak Batman. Yeah, he's definitely not peak. I think Ben Affleck is probably look wise, he's peak Batman. I wasn't expecting a season 2 on She-Hulk, Miss Marvel, and Moon Knight. I was expecting Moon Knight. I was not expecting Miss Marvel and She-Hulk. I really thought Miss Marvel was not after. They had to put Miss Marvel on cable. That's how bad it did. They put Miss Marvel on cable. No one watches cable. That's how bad it did. Season 3, I know I messed that up. How does characters like Echo and Hiron? We just talked about that. She-Hulk was actually enjoyable, good comedy. Daredevil. Hey man, we are all open to have our own opinions, and I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, why didn't Shuri get her own show as well? There is a Midnight Angel because, bro, I'll be honest, man, Shuri is mid, bro. Like, no, let me not say that. I actually love Shuri, but Shuri as Black Panther just doesn't do it for me, man. And to be honest, I think they really like destroyed her character in Wakanda Forever. I've talked about this like a lot of times, but I just don't like the fact that they didn't really give her any trials. Like, I didn't feel like she really went through a lot, in my opinion, and.
Yeah.
You know, like I didn't feel like she earned the herb, you know, versus where like T'Challa did and all the Black Panthers before her. She kind of got silver spoon fed it, you know. That's how
the plot of that movie was awesome, and like so many things in that movie were awesome. But the problem is it's not that interesting because Shuri isn't that interesting, and you can't swap out T'Challa for Shuri, and that's the whole problem with that movie.
I agree. So it's all good. Okay. Nah, Hawk is too popular for a TV show. It needs a movie. I don't think the Hulk needs anything. I take
Okay.
that back now. Hungry Iron Fist. Iron Fist did badly. The reason why the Netflix shows movies didn't work because they didn't have costumes. Okay, and Ghost Rider, we were talking about that.
I don't know about that because some of the shows, listen, half the shows on the Netflix were awesome, half were. Yeah, I listen. I get the argument for costumes, but I also think that there were a lot of people that like aren't into the MCU and superhero movies as a whole that were able to get behind the Netflix stuff because it wasn't so superhero-y. So
Yeah,
I think it goes both
through that
ways.
crowd of people, bro. They weren't meant to enjoy it. We were. All right.
Fair.
But what do you mean by She-Hulk season 2? I already saw about that. Prometheus from Arrows and She-Hulk, bro. Exactly. Gaia from Secret Invasion, Chaperone Disney Plus show. I love Gaia. The Abomination, no. Would you rather all Marvel Disney Plus shows drop all episodes at once in one day, just like Echo, or should they be special presentation? I think that you should just make it into a movie and drop it as a special presentation because you're not gonna make any money off of it week to week. That's just my opinion. Just put all the episodes together
I
and make a movie out of it.
I disagree. I think like one of the main reasons they do the week to week is to sustain subscribers
Yeah,
because like
Echo's not getting subscribers.
right.
Echo looks fire too. Like Echo looks great, but I don't know,
I
like,
don't think it's going to be good. I don't.
Yeah.
I think it looks good in the trailer, but I don't think it's going to be good.
Okay. He sounds angry. Oh, we can talk about that. I want to see the Defenders come back for Disney show. Whatever. Nick Fury should get on Disney Plus show. He did Secret Invasion. We saw how that turned out. And I love that show. Green Lantern, Robin, Flash, etc. had one bad live action means you can't try again. There are still super popular. Green Lantern is so underrated. Casuals don't realize how great he is. Yeah, man. I mean, look, they're always going
I
to go
agree.
back and try. No matter how bad it gets, they're going to keep doing superhero films because that's where that's where the market is. Okay.
I said
These movies
last
have been
week,
more successful than anything else.
I said last week, Green Lantern's one of my favorites, and I agree. I think listen, when they get Green Lantern right, he is going to become one of the most popular superheroes.
Oh, heck yeah. I feel bad for Ben Affleck. He got screwed over twice with superhero movies, Daredevil and Batman. Yeah, Zack Snyder did him dirty.
Watch the if you haven't seen it and it's available on Amazon Prime online. I think you have to buy it, but watch the Daredevil movie director's cut. It's much better.
Cool. Wonder Man and Vision Quest said to be canceled, but now I'm not so sure they are. Yeah, man. Please tell me that Wakanda series not happening. Nope. I love to see Andrew Garfield in DC. Who would Andrew Garfield play?
That's interesting.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
He might be too old for the Flash. Oh, Andrew Garfield as the Flash. That would be dope, actually.
Yeah, I can see it.
That would be actually. I would actually be down for that. I can't wait to watch that. I read she's going to be a part of the Illuminati. Scarlet Witch in the Illuminati.
I would
Scarlet
love to
Witch.
see the Illuminati at all.
Yeah. Scarlet Witch versus Jean Grey. That would be awesome. Most people hated Wanda and Strange 2. I love Wanda and Strange 2. I don't know. But no, it isn't that we hated Wanda and Viro. The issue is that why would you kill off your most popular character at the moment?
Yeah.
It's just dumb. Yeah, I would love to see Dark Phoenix versus Scarlet Witch. We would all love to see that. Actually, as much as y'all hate, Brie Larson's Captain Marvel versus Dark Phoenix would also be awesome. Would you rather have the Hulk powers or the super soldier serum, bro? I don't want to, bro. I can't control myself, bro. The Hulk is literally the super soldier serum turned bad. I just want the serum, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. Also, the Hulk, like, if you get angry on an airplane, you killed 300 people. Like,
mind you, Bruce Banner was trying to be Captain America. That's why he tried to recreate the serum, and it went bad. That's the whole point of the Hulk. Here is my problem with Wanda. I can't seem to care about her unless Magneto is her father. That's why MCU Wanda I was okay with, but there was always something missing. I 100% agree. As much as a Wanda stan I am, her not having her daddy does hurt. And honestly, I felt full when she had Quicksilver. Ever since Quicksilver has died, I felt that, and I felt that they were going to bring him back with Evan Peters, but they did not. And now our Quicksilver is freaking Craven. So oh god. Super Soldier Film, yeah. Hey, Shuri's nephew will be Black Panther in the future. I'm going to be honest, and we're going to talk about Black Panther 3, but that is not true. Um, would you want to see Spider-Man? We're going to talk about Spider-Man 4. I'm not going to answer that. Echo will be TVMA. Yes. I believe James Gunn will try to redeem Green Lantern. Yes. Green Lantern is already redeemed, in my opinion. DC animated saved that character. All right, back to topics. Now, Fantastic Four news. Anya Taylor-Joy is being eyed for a villain role in the Fantastic Four movie. Okay, so a lot of people think this woman is going to be Silver Surfer. That is, I don't. I mean, look, there's been no news that she's going to be Silver Surfer. Fans are running away with news again. Okay, the plot has always talked about Galactus having multiple heroes. Okay, so she's going to be so she's probably going to be a herald of Galactus, not Silver Surfer. Anya and Comic Cuts, you're going to hate this. Anya Taylor, if Anya did, and by the way, this is a troll, so don't take me serious when I say this. If Anya Taylor Joy is the Silver Surfer, I see the vision. I'm trolling, but no. I actually like the idea of multiple heralds of Galactus. If Silver Surfer is like the traditional Silver Surfer, I think multiple heralds are cool. Do you like that? Like, if they do Silver Surfer right, would you like to see like multiple heralds? I think it would be cool to see that.
My concern with that is that they're going to do it, and then Silver Surfer is not going to get enough screen time. I don't think Galactus. Yes, Galactus has had multiple heralds. That doesn't mean they need the movie to have Galactus have multiple heralds. I think the only herald that people really care about is Silver Surfer. I think people are going to pretend they care about, Nova or whoever. A lot of people are going to make the argument because they like things that go against the norm, especially when it's female centered, but I don't believe a lot of the people that make those arguments. I think they just want to break the norm. And
you and I have both said that we don't really believe in the female Silver Surfer thing. We think that was just
but my point is,
development that got a little left.
I think a lot of people like to argue those things because they like to break the norm. They like people like us who have traditional values to have things that we like be destroyed, and they're going to pretend and come up with any argument that they can think of. But like I addressed last week on our last week's episode, even if you are someone who wants to see, and forget that, but even if you are someone who wants to see like more women, and the MCU still, after all this, doesn't have enough women. Like, you can't actually tell me that making Silver Surfer a woman is smart, because the strong female character of that movie should be Sue Storm, because she's the OG and she should have all that spotlight. And listen, like Anya Taylor-Joy, a lot of people really like her. I don't. I don't think she's that great. Like, she was okay in Peaky Blinders. I thought her character was a little bit annoying. Maybe there's more to her, and I'm not seeing it. I don't really know. I don't hate her. But like, no. Listen, there shouldn't be multiple heralds. Silver Surfer should be the herald, and they shouldn't be making like stupid, risky decisions like that with the Fantastic Four. They failed 3 times with the Fantastic Four to have a major successful blockbuster on their hands in the eyes of fans. And I think that, listen, I'm okay with things like a little bit risky when it comes to, betting on the plot being a bit edgy, but like changing a classical character like that's just a stupid risk with no reward. And the only people you're going to please with that are the people who love to complain about everything. They want to make James Bond the woman, but they've never been to a James Bond movie to begin with, And I think that people need to remember, like I just said, there's a lot of people out there that will go on Twitter or X and say James Bond should be a woman. James Bond should be a woman. Ask them how many times they've been to the movie theaters to see a James Bond movie. Okay,
without their man, without their boyfriend. You know what I mean? Because usually the boyfriend forces them to go see it.
Right.
So,
right.
But yeah,
but you get my point. Agree. The people who want to change everything we love aren't fans of everything we love.
Yeah. By the way, in viral, I skipped Spider-Man because we're talking about Spider-Man in the next topic. So I usually don't like try to like talk about topics that we're gonna talk about like but before. So I'm gonna reference your Spider-Man topic when we talk about Spider-Man next. And bro, I 100% agree, but I disagree. I do think Anya Taylor Joy is a great actor or actress. I
Mhm.
love all the projects that she's in. I think she has that look to just be a menacing villain. You know, I mean, I think having multiple heroes would be super awesome. And yes, so Silver Surfer did start off as a bad guy because he was, you know, the pre guy to come, you know, before Galactus will come and eat a planet. Now we do have a comment that I want to respond to because some wise guy wanted to comment. And by the way, as I said, please comment. We love the comments, and I want to talk about it here. So let's read this comment, and I'll tell you, and we will respond. Okay. So this was the comment after last week's episode when we talked about the Silver Surfer, and I quote: "That Silver Surfer rant was wild. Take a chill pill, my dudes." A couple of things. One, Galactus does not exist outside of time and space. Different Earths have different Galactuses. Otherwise, DC would have a Galactus. DC and Marvel exist in the same multiverse and canon. So that's incorrect. The word is that she might play a villain, possibly a Silver Surfer variant. This could mean she's a different Herald or that she's the female version of the Silver Surfer from the comics. And no, it is not confirmed that Anya Taylor Joy is playing it, but she's in talks for a villain role. That's why everybody thinks she's going to be the Silver Surfer. There's nothing wrong with either of those. Or sorry, let me reread that. This could mean she's a different Herald or that she's the female version of the Silver Surfer. Um, there's nothing wrong with either of those takes. Suggesting that the movie can't have another female character because of Sue Storm is crazy talk. An ensemble movie can have more than one woman. Even if Anya Taylor Joy is the Silver Surfer, calling that the death of Marvel is wildly dramatic. She'd probably be the most popular actor in the whole movie and would bring a young audience to a movie starring an old guy. Hopefully, you're willing to eat crow if she's in it and the movie is great. So I'll give my response. You give your response. First off, I was wrong, and I'll take this comic cuts about this. And I actually ended up reading the comics to re-educate myself. There are multiple Galactuses, okay? Um, and so in the comic books, and I'm about to pull up the panel right here, there is a villain called Abraxas, and Abraxas actually was going around killing multiple versions of Galactus. It is in Fantastic Four 1998, and if you read the issues 46 through 49, you'll be able to like get a good grace of that. And I actually got a hold of me. I've been reading all the Fantastic 1998 comics ever since, like just like 2 days ago. But yeah, so I was wrong about the Galactus thing. So I will hold myself accountable on that. The one thing that I don't like about this guy's response is that like you can't call us wrong and then give your own opinion. Like I like if you don't agree with my opinion, totally fine. But to act like we're wrong and then give another opinion like that's like kind of crazy. And
I
like
want to add something to that real quick because
yeah, go ahead.
it just you can't tell us that our speculative opinion is wrong and then give your own speculative opinion, and because we're all predicting something that we don't, so you can't tell us we're wrong.
Yeah, and also we're not saying that the Fantastic Four can't have another female character. That's not what we said. The
And he
issue
knows
is
that.
that yeah, the issue is that when you have a major character like the Silver Surfer, you want to honor the traditional way it was built. Prime example, and it is funny, right? Because people are like people love to pick and choose. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like people love to pick and choose because look, I'm gonna take Avatar: The Last Airbender in the early 2000s, right? They dropped Avatar, right? Nobody in the movie was Asian, bro. It was literally Americans, and if you know, Avatar is an Asian, you know, show. They put no
Avatar: The Last
Asians in.
Airbender.
Yep, they put no Asians in the movie. Everyone was angry. The movie did terrible in box office. The movie it is literally one of the worst movies of all time. It literally is. And what they did with this Avatar that is coming out on Netflix, what did they do? They made all the characters Asian, and Aang looks like Aang from the friggin' anime. Katara looks like Katara. Sokka looks like Sokka. And they matched the characters with what the traditional material was. And what happened? Comic cuts. Fans love it, right? Now, my second point, Percy Jackson. I grew up watching Percy Jackson. I still read the Percy Jackson books to this day. When Percy Jackson came out in the early 2000s, Percy Jackson in the book started off as a child. In the movies, they made this man a 16-year-old. He was a 16-year-old. And so what happened? The movie did bad. Fans hated Percy Jackson. So what did Rick Riordan do? Disney Plus allowed Rick Riordan, gave him full creative control to remake his own Percy Jackson movies based on the books that he wrote. And he casted, if you saw the Adam project, he casted the kid that played the younger version of Ryan Reynolds, phenomenal actor, by the way, should have been in the MCU. But he got casted as Percy Jackson, who honors the traditional Percy Jackson from the books. And what happened? Comic Cuts. That trailer got 6 million views in 2 hours. Why? Because they honored the traditional. So look, fans, we can't pick and choose when we want to be traditional and when we don't want to be. With most of these characters, I want to honor the comics in every way. If it's a character like Nick Fury and Samuel L. Jackson, who cares? I mean, that's not an A-list character, you know. Like, it's like no one cares if he was white or black. Like, no one cared. And Samuel L. Jackson is amazing as Nick Fury. But, you know, when it comes to someone like Silver Surfer, bro, he's a staple character. Why would you want to change it? Did you want to respond to this guy?
Yeah. So, first of all, you reduced what we said. So, but you pick and chose half truths about what we said. No one ever said there should only be one female in the Fantastic Four movie. You know that, but you want to take words out of our mouth to lie to make us sound bad. So right off the bat, you're disingenuous at best. And just because you could find some obscure comic out there that has multiple Galactuses or a female Silver Surfer, you damn well know that is not traditionally what is done in the comics. Okay. So don't tell me it's normal for there to be a female Silver Surfer, because if you're going to say that, now you're dishonest at best. And the other thing is like, oh, well, you know, Galactus exists in DC and Marvel. Like, then you could say anything about that like, oh, you know, this exists in DC and Marvel, and then, you know, Batman should be in the MCU. Like, it's just silly. And also, did our opinion really bother you? Did it really offend you that bad that you had to write to us so disrespectfully and say, relax, take a chill pill, eat crow? Like, where do you get off? Why don't you come on to our show and have a debate with us about what should happen in Fantastic Four? I would love to do that. And we'll show you respect. We'll have a respectful conversation. Maybe we'll even become friends. Who knows? Open invitation.
Yeah, bro. Exactly. Because look, like, the way that we are on this podcast is like, if you want to debate us, bro, the floor is open, and we're not going to like silence you, or bro, we just have fun, man. Like, we have fun, bro. We have fun, and we talk about comic books, bro. That's if you guys don't know, that's how Comic Cuts and I met. He commented, and I trolled him. Like,
True story.
He commented to me, and I freaking trolled him on Instagram.
He was like, genius. Yeah.
I trolled him, and then, you know, now he's one of my best friends in the world. So, like, come on, guys. You know, let's get all personal. Facts. All right. Now, finally, Enviro, we're about to talk about that Spider-Man, baby. Okay. So, for Spider-Man, this is what was told, man. So, we were told in regards to Spider-Man that they are going to be focusing heavily on doing a Sinister Six project with Spider-Man. All the new and so all the news that I'm hearing in regards to Spider-Man 4, I know a lot of people have been asking me. I've been kind of holding in. Everything is multiverse, bro. I really don't. I know a lot of you guys want a grounded story, but I don't think a grounded story is what we're going to get, because the rumor is that Spider-Man is one of the movies that is going to lead heavily into into Avengers King Dynasty. So they're going to have to do something multiversal. Some of the things that I've heard in regards to this is that, now, I still think that these ideas are grounded, in my opinion, But basically, like they are thinking about doing some multiverse stuff as to the Spider-Man villains coming into the MCU. So basically, like there's rumors of Craven coming to the MCU and Kevin Feige kind of changing the character and stuff like that. And so, if that is true, I really wouldn't be against it. And as I said, I know a lot of fans want grounded Spider-Man content, but I mean, if we're getting a Sinister Six via the multiverse, I'm not mad at that at all. And I will be very happy. Now, one leak that I heard that I think that I really think isn't true, but I want to mention it just because I want to tell you guys all of the news that I know. I did hear rumors of Tobey Maguire coming back to be Spider-Man 4, mostly because Tobey Maguire is going to be a part of this multiversal Avengers team, and they said he's going to be a kind of similar to what Gwen was to Miles. Don't you know, like Gwen just popped up because she can travel like wherever she wants in the multiverse. They said something similar to that. I don't really know how I'll feel if Toby was in Spider-Man 4, mostly because we just got a whole freaking movie with them in it. I would love to save Toby for the Avengers, like I would love to see Toby with Iron Man and characters like that and Hugh Jackman Wolverine. But hey man, if the multiverse is how we get the Sinister Six, I'm not mad at it at all. And honestly, I think that would be a dope idea to do. But I'd rather have just one Spider-Man, fighting the
Yeah,
Sinister Six. I don't want to see multiple Spider-Man.
I don't want to see multiple Spider-Man. And listen, I want a Sinister Six movie as much as anybody, but we basically just had that. Number one. Number two, I don't want to see what I call like a circular plot with the villains again. I love No Way Home. I do. But I have a couple of issues with it. And just because I have issues with it doesn't mean I don't think it's a fun, amazing movie. But my issue is that I don't always like that none of the villains existed in the MCU universe until Doctor Strange's spell went wrong. So, like, I would like the villains to have something to do with Spider-Man in the MCU before Spider-Man does something wrong and they appear and they could go away at the snap of a finger. Like it's that always seems silly to me. So I would like the villains. I don't want the villains to be brought in via the multiverse, and I want them to have something to do with Spider-Man, Peter Parker within the MCU universe, whichever number it is.
Yeah,
And hold up.
Sorry, my bad.
And the other thing is like it's very obvious to me that they are going to bring in Venom. They did the post-credit scenes with No Way Home featured Venom, and then I'm pretty sure Let Them Be Carnage. I think at the end, Spider-Man was on the TV in the hotel, and like I'm cool with that. I would prefer a different villain at this point just because I think we've gotten so much Venom, and I don't think the Venom story was so great in the Spider-Man video game. But I also think that Marvel kind of, they don't put so much content out of a character by mistake. And I think that they've done so much recently with the video game, the 2 Venom movies. Like Venom is very popular right now because they've put so much Venom content out. And to capitalize on that hype that they've created, they very well might put Tom Hardy's Venom in the MCU, which would go against also what I just said, whereas like, he would kind of be coming in through the multiverse, or maybe he's already in the MCU universe. I don't know. I also would love a Craven movie. I'm one of the few guys that I think thinks like the Aaron Taylor Johnson Craven movie might actually be great. But I don't think that the villain of Spider-Man 4 is going to be a character that we haven't seen yet. I think it's going to be a character that we already know because of that. And, listen, Spider-Man against Kang, if there's going to be a multiverse aspect there, like that would be awesome. Like absolutely.
Wow, man. What a terrible take. Craven being a good movie. Are you high?
You don't think Craven would make a good movie?
You mean the Craven movie that Sony's doing?
I think it might be good. I do. I have hope for it. I love Craven. I think Craven's a great character. I always did.
Wow, that's crazy, bro. Wow.
Yeah,
I'll watch the Marvels before I watch Craven. Okay, so
that's
that's just me though.
crazy.
That's me. But so yeah, man. I mean, the way I feel, bro, like as I said, I don't really care whether it's grounded or multiversal. I love multiverse stuff. But I think you can do a regular schmegular movie, introduce Harry Osborn. I think you could do that. I think there's a lot of things you're able to do with this new, Peter Parker kind of reboot. I guess you can say it's kind of like a reboot for Spider-Man. So I think there's a lot that you can do. They just gotta. It's just whatever they want to do. I trust that Tom Holland and the team are going to find something cool. I really don't
I
care to
I also
whatever.
real quick. I think it should be a grounded Spider-Man movie, and I think they hinted that it will be at the
But they
very
can't. It's
end.
the
But
multiverse, bro.
that's the thing.
If
Exactly.
yeah,
I agree. Yeah, they can't,
it,
and it's not going to be a grounded movie. Everyone wants a grounded movie. OG Spider-Man fans like myself all want
yeah.
it.
I think
It's not
Spider-Man
working.
5 will. I think after the reboot it will, but I don't or I think after Secret Wars we will get I think Spider-Man 6 and Spider-Man 5 and 6 are gonna be very grounded, but this has to be connected to the multiverse. And like for me personally, if we get Oscar Isaac as Miguel, I will piss my pants.
That would be insane. But
Yeah.
do you think they would do that with him as Moon Knight?
Yeah, because having them interact, having Moon Knight and Oscar, I'm like, yo, why this dude looks like me? That'll be freaking awesome, bro.
That
That'd
would
be
be.
freaking awesome. So I hope we get I wouldn't mind Spider-Man 4 being like, and I think I talked to you about this but before about how like Peter Parker, like we get like an hour of a grounded story, and then somehow he ends up with freaking Miguel with Spider-Man 2099. That would be freaking awesome, bro.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't mind something like that. So
Yeah.
we'll see. All right. Let's answer some questions here, real quick. Let's respond to some comments where they talked about Spider-Man. No Sony Sinister Six, please. Right. Yo, it's about time they're doing a Sinister Six project, right? It's coming, man. I think it's going to come in Spider-Man 6. That's my opinion. I really don't think it'll be Spider-Man 4. Say no to Sony, right? Who has more villains, Spider-Man or Batman? Batman. I don't want. Yeah, Batman has way more villains. They just use the same people. I don't want Toby to be in it because I'd rather have Toby and Andrew in Secret Wars, and Tom has a reunion with them. True. People want Hugh Jackman and Toby me. Yeah, that would be awesome. If anyone is there anyone who remembers Peter Parker? Not that I know of, no. I want Spider-Man actually to have a connection to all his villains. I don't want to see a Sony universe Craven with Tom Spider-Man. I want an MCU Craven and Spider-Man. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, if Feige really want to be petty, he'll just like use the same actor, just act like he's in the MCU. That's what I would do. Aren't Sony setting up a Sinister Six with their own villain movies? I'm not sure. Miles Morales and Tom Holland should work together to fight the Sinister Six. No, that's the issue, bro. Spider-Man always needs someone to fight. He needs to fight these dudes alone. Will Kevin Feige change for the better? I think he is changing. The Venom thing was silly. They're not allowed to use Tom Hardy's version. Yeah, a Venom movie should have never happened from the start. Do you believe in Kevin Feige? Yes, I wholeheartedly believe in Kevin Feige. Yeah, but Sony ruins great characters. Haha, you are completely correct. Okay, now we have a few more topics and we'll get out of your hair. Okay, so this is good news. Marvel Studios is keeping Kang and Doctor Doom, and also Doctor Doom is going to be a co-villain to Kang the Conqueror in Secret Wars. So the idea is most likely like what you and I have talked about Comic Cuts 1,000 times, right? Kang Dynasty being about Kang, but then Doom kind of taking the reins in Secret Wars. And we're gonna talk about this when we talk about that Doctor Strange 3, but I'll break it down here. Doctor Strange 3 is supposed to be happening before Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars. And I honestly think that Doctor Strange 3 is the perfect movie to introduce Doctor Doom because the rumors for the Fantastic Four is that Doctor Doom isn't actually going to be the Fantastic Four. He's only going to have a cameo, and that we're really going to see him more as a sorcerer in Doctor Strange. And I honestly think that is a great way to introduce him as a character because Doctor Doom, and a lot of people hate this, Doctor Doom transcends the Fantastic Four. Am I wrong in saying that or no?
No. And like I said, I think they have to be very smart with the Fantastic Four because they haven't had success with that.
Yep.
And I think part of that is Doom taking a backseat for the movie.
Yep. Now, in regards to King the Conqueror, okay. Now, I told y'all earlier I wanted to talk about this because a lot of people are saying stuff that they don't understand. Okay, let me tell you how business works. Comic Cuts, you obviously understand because we both work in the corporate world. When it comes to contracts, the idea that they can't recast because of Jonathan Majors' contract is not true. Contracts have a thing called a morality clause.
That's what I was gonna
Okay.
say.
And if Jonathan Majors is guilty, they can destroy that contract. And let me tell you, they will recast Ken the Conqueror. Like there's no way around that. They put too much into this character to start over. And I was on the road of starting over with Doctor Doom, but thinking about it, they've already put all their eggs into this king basket. They can't ruin it now. The best next thing is to just make a villain. I mean, make Doctor Doom as equally as important as King the Conqueror, because Jonathan Majors on his own, obviously he could have held it down on his own. But if it's not Jonathan Majors, you do need another guy that can hold it down. And I think if Killian Murphy is Doctor Doom, making him the co-main villain with King the Conqueror would be something very legendary. Hell, bro, imagine if we got Jonathan Majors and Killian Murphy as the main villains. Oh my god,
Ooh.
bro!
By the way, and this is a spoiler alert because the prediction I'm about to make is 100% going to happen. Doctor Doom's going to be the one to kill Kang off.
For sure.
Guaranteed.
In the end, oh yeah, he
Guaranteed.
always kills Kang. So
Yep.
I can't wait to see that. So yeah, so
Okay.
so yeah, man. Like, I mean, I think that like if Killian Murphy does get cast, and no, the Doctor Doom has not been cast yet. Killian Murphy is the top priority right now for who they want to sign. So I pray to God, his case is actually today. I think his hearing was today. He's either today or tomorrow. We will give you guys an update on that next week as well.
By
Comic
the way,
Cuts,
I
can
want
you
to.
note that down because I'm gonna forget about that.
Yeah, I remember.
Hey,
So I'll write it down on my calendar, but I'll remember to
perfect.
do it
Thanks,
after.
bro.
No problem. So the other thing, like talking about Killian Murphy as Doom, Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards. Like the MCU is so different than when it first started. Like the actors that they are casting in these movies are A-listers. They're not becoming a lot of these actors aren't becoming A-listers in these roles, even though Killian Murphy is kind of teetering on that point. Right? And I touched on that earlier. But like John Krasinski as Reed Richards, like that was already an A-lister. So that's pretty interesting. But yeah, the morality clause is a very popular clause in modern day contracts, really because of cancel culture, and there are levels to them. Like so, I don't know what. Obviously, we haven't seen Jonathan Major's contract, and I don't know what the details are. But you can bet your ass if he is guilty that Marvel has an out in the morality clause. But like, I also think that these allegations, like those are pretty bad, and these brands have to have a way to protect these images. As anyone who doesn't live under a rock realizes that a lot of these companies partner up with major celebrities in the forms of castings and sneaker deals, music, and a lot of these celebrities are human just like anyone else, and some of them are not so great, not great people, and they are really evil people who do really bad things, and those bad things reflect horribly on the people that are working with them and are supposed to be making money off them. So if you're supposed to be making money with someone and their image is I hit women, that's a problem. You can't have that. Especially, and these companies, Disney, which is one of the biggest companies on the planet, they're not going to deal with that.
Dragon Trainer, what are you on right now, bro?
And by the way, I want to say there's a big difference between like canceling someone because they said something, even though some people say are really bad and they like deserve consequences for it. I'm not for cancel culture, but my point in saying this is someone losing out on a role in a Marvel movie for hitting women isn't canceling someone because he offended a couple people in his stand-up comedy set. There's a big difference. That was my point.
Yeah, exactly. And you and I have said this 1,000 times. If Jonathan Majors did hit that girl, he deserves everything that is coming from,
Yeah.
bro. Like
Yeah.
for real.
That's not petty cancel culture. Like
yeah,
is my
that's
point.
scum of the earth type stuff,
Yeah.
bro. For real. Matt, I know this is you, and you hate villains. Shut up, dude. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna do this with you right now. Do you think Spider-Man 4 with Toby? No, I don't think they're gonna be in that. Is Kang and Doom gonna work together in Secret Wars? I don't know if they're
I
gonna
think
work
so.
together. I mean, maybe. I mean, so like, I actually was just reading this comic. I forget what it was called, but basically, like, they were like in this desert and they were just walking around, just fighting people. It was kind of funny. I gotta send you that, John. But okay. Here's my theory. Fantastic Four ending is a Doctor Doom cameo. Then Doctor Strange and Clea come in and save him from the incursion. And Doctor Strange 3 will have Doom in major role. So it could be that, or what if like Doctor
I
Doom
like
is
the
fighting
Fantastic Four
with his mother?
cameo, post-credit scene cameo.
What if Doctor Doom is fighting for his mother? But yo, that would be crazy. I mean, that would be cool if like what if, because I mean technically right in the leaks, I guess you can say for Fantastic Four, the leak is that the Earth that they're on is going to be destroyed, and then they're going to get taken to the 616. What if like the Earth is being destroyed, Doctor Doom's there, and then he just gets pulled out? Would be interesting. Has Doctor Doom been cast? No, but Killian Murphy reportedly is the top option. Rumors. Here's the problem with recasting King. Normally, I'm okay with recast, but in this situation, the story established that every Kang from every universe looks the same. Majors, how do you explain a recast? You don't explain it. You just do it.
Yeah, I was going to say the same. You don't explain it. You just do it. Yeah.
It's pretty simple. If he's a rapist, he gets to leave from existence. Yeah. Jesus. Giancarlo. I don't know what that is. Giancarlo. Wait, is that like who you want to be Kang? Let me search him up. Yeah, Matt, he is wild. Giancarlo. I'm gonna type it in. Giancarlo Esposito. Oh, the guy that played they want him as Kang. Giancarlo.
Oh, Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah.
He's a great actor. Actually, I don't know if he looks as menacing as Jonathan Majors, but he gives off that vibe. I actually like that idea a lot.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah. I'm not gonna read that comment. But how do you set up Doctor Doom now? There's many ways to set up Doctor Doom, bro. There's many ways to set up Doctor Doom. I think that, as I said, with the Fantastic Four, me personally, I would love Doctor Strange 3. I think that would be the perfect way to set up Doctor Doom. And I will even play fans because, I mean, you could go with the story about Doctor Doom trying to save his mom, right? From basically the devil. And yeah. I think you could build like a understanding with Doctor Doom, and then he just turns on everybody out of nowhere. I think that would be kind of awesome. And like, what if Doctor Strange is helping Doctor Doom free his mom, from Satan? I think that would be a cool like storyline to go through.
I agree.
I did think Pedro Pascal was good in Wonder Woman 2. Neither of us think he was good in Wonder Woman 2. I'm not hiding. I don't know what that's about. Oh, that's Matt. Enzo. Every Fantastic Four end credit scene with Doom being saved by Doctor Strange.
We talked about this one.
Yeah, Thanos was literally. And that is the other thing that Denna Nerds was talking about too, like because people were saying in his chat they were saying like an end credit scene isn't enough time to build up Doom, and Denna Nerds was like, bro, we saw like 8 minutes of Thanos before, like you know what I mean? But I don't feel like going down that rabbit hole. Ezra Miller got away with it. Ha ha. Ezra Miller did get away with it, but you saw how the Flash performed. Just saying. Do you know what year Strange 3 is coming out? It was supposed to be 2025, but who knows at this point? Would you rather have the Black Panther suit or the Spider-Man suit, bro? Do I get the powers if I get Spider-Man suit? Like if I get the Black Panther suit, I'm literally invincible.
Yeah, I think the Black Panther suit, like I would prefer to wear. I always wear black if you couldn't tell, but I would rather have the powers of Spider-Man.
Yeah. No, I wanted Giancarlo to be Doctor Doom. Ooh, no, I'm good. I don't want him as Doctor Doom. Cillian Murphy's way better. Cillian
Murphy will crush that.
Yes. Okay. More rumors. Okay. Eternals 2. will be the X-Men versus Eternals. This will be after the reboot. And basically, apparently, like the idea is for this to be like a deep lore film. Because I mean, in some instances, right? Technically, the X-Men do technically like stem from the Eternals. Like there's a connection there. Basically, they want to dig into the whole mutant gene code, you know how that is. And they want to kind of go like that. So um me personally, I don't really think they should do a Eternals 2, in my opinion. I did like the Eternals one. I think the movie is very underrated. I think it's a really good movie, but I think you can add them into other movies and make it more awesome. But I mean,
I
I don't know.
disagree.
I don't know.
I think they 100% should do in Eternals too.
Really?
I think that they have a responsibility to make the Eternals popular. If they weren't going to make the Eternals popular, Eternals 1 never should have happened, number one. And Eternals, they should individually be showing up in other movies. And people should want to see Eternals 2 by the time it comes out. I don't like the idea of having the X-Men in Eternals 2 because I don't like when Marvel makes a movie and has another character in that movie outshine the title character of said movie. And I think that if you have the X-Men coming to Eternals 2, no one's going to care about the Eternals. I think the Eternals are cool characters. I like their history. I like their lore. I think Eternals was great. I think people are sometimes a little too harsh on Marvel post Endgame. And if there was more connectivity, I think that would, soften that blow a bit. But yeah, I think Eternals 2 would be dope. And I think that they should do it.
See, I want the Eternals with the Guardians.
So like that makes sense to me. But the thing, my problem is I don't see how you make Eternals if they make the Eternals popular and then Eternals 2 comes out and there's a lot.
No, but I'm saying I want like Druig and some of the other Eternals to become Guardians. I want stuff like that. Like I want them to go their separate ways. So like I want some.
Oh, you mean Guardians, not Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yes. No. I want them to become Guardians of the like. I would love if like two of them went and became Guardians of the Galaxy. I would love if some other two became Avengers. Like I want them to kind of scatter. Like
I disagree, and I don't think the Guardians of the Galaxy needs that because I think the new Guardians of the Galaxy team is pretty stacked with Warlock, and like Druig and like he's just so dope, and like some
but
really
the
cool
Guardians
too.
like I feel like if Guardians did a movie with the cast they have, I don't think it would be as successful. But Star-Lord is definitely coming back, so it's fine.
But you don't think Warlock can make the Guardians stand on their own? Like I do. I think Warlock's an awesome character, and I don't think they did enough with him in Guardians of the Galaxy 3. And by the way, they should. That's another character that needs to show up elsewhere. Like, there's no reason. It's insane to me that they introduced Adam Warlock, and he's not like one of the most powerful characters in the MCU. He is easily one of the greatest Marvel characters of all time, and there's a lot of people out there that have never read a comic that like look at him like, and that's crazy to me.
Yeah, I like Warlock too. So yeah. All right, let's get some chats. Shane, what's good, yo? We all gotta get food soon. We all gotta get food soon. Hope you're doing well. She has a really nice following on Twitch, bro. And she's gonna put us on to some game for some Discord stuff and all that jazz.
Sweet.
Keep doing your thing. Yo, just want to talk about when I first watched your stream, right? I thought your face was on the stream, but you were actually talking like in that, like I think it was like a bear or animal or whatever. That scared the daylights out of me. That like you're the first person I ever saw do that. Like that really scared me. But I will say your streams are awesome, and you play Star Wars. So I mean, yo, you are awesome. Matt, love y'all. Love you, my brother. All right. Giancarlo as Professor X. That will be interesting, but what's his name is coming back. Like, there's no way that I forget his name. What's his name? Who plays Professor X? I forget his name every episode. Oh my god, what is his name, bro? What is his name?
The actor.
Yeah, what's
Patrick
name?
Stewart.
Yes. Yeah, Patty Stewart would be perfect as Professor X. Oh my gosh, I mean, Patty Stewart is Professor X. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no way he's not playing that role. There's no way.
Yeah.
Are you mad that we only get one Marvel movie next year? No, I'm happy that we get one Marvel movie next year, and that is Deadpool. Fans are gonna love it.
I wish we were getting more.
Yeah, I wish Shoot Me a Legacy came out in 2024.
Yeah, that too.
All right, Comic Mutants. I don't know what you're trying to say there, but now that you mentioned Giancarlo would be a good King too. Yeah, he would be dope as King. That would be freaking scary. X-Men versus Eternal. When did they decide to do that? This is a rumor that from Daniel RPK. He said that this is in development. Development means that they're just
There
trying to storyboard.
so
A bear.
there's
Yeah, it's a bear. Yeah.
a crossover event that I'm pretty sure came out last year in comics, and it was called AXE, stood for Avengers, X-Men, Eternals. I didn't read it, so I don't really know what happened, but
The direct was the blame for the first one. The directing,
I think he means the media
the
outlet.
director.
No,
The
the
media
direct.
outlet
Oh, new director.
for the Eternals.
Let
Eternals
me
2,
look
that's
it
like
up.
having Morbius 2. I don't think the Eternals is that bad, bro. Just saying, bro. Like,
Yeah,
I love that movie. That movie is very
yeah,
underrated.
very
Icarus is a savage.
savage.
I think they should stick with Avengers versus X-Men. That's definitely going to come. That would be the one of the biggest movies of all time. Oh, I read the Eternals is going to be about Judgment Day. I'm gonna have to take a look into that.
I think
never,
the
I
Axe
didn't hear that.
story was Judgment Day. I think it's called Axe Judgment Day. Now that you mention it,
Yeah,
Look it up.
I gotta take a look at that. Morbius 2 will be a big surprise. Oh God, no. Yes,
Yeah,
which you
it is
should be on
called
also. We'll
Axe
catch up.
Judgment Day, and it came out last
Bet.
year.
Bet. Yes, which you should be on also. We'll catch up. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you gotta put me on so we can get on. So we can get a Discord chat going. Get some comic book debates on here. All that jazz. That'll be fun. A bear. Yeah, you were a bear. We're a bear. Yep. That was freaking. That was dope. Madam Web looks bad too. Why do you think Sony fails with Marvel movies?
They don't always fail. Like you have to remember, they made all of the Spider-Man movies. They made the Spider-Verse movies. The only ones that they've been having problems with are the spin-off villain movies, and it's because those movies need Spider-Man.
Yep. That's the issue, bro. If there's no Spider-Man, don't work. And look, I got friend like look. I think Matt's here. Matt thinks Venom 1 is great. I don't know why.
I like
hate
Venom
that
1.
movie. You like Venom 1? I just don't. I hate villain movies, but we're not going to go down this road because if we get to the Joker, I might throw something.
I
But
was going to say.
yeah, we're not even going to go down that road. But yeah, I mean, I'm not a big fan of villain-led movies anyway. And to me, like you, without the hero, to me, I feel like their path is useless. So that's how I feel.
But put some respect on Sony's name though, because every Spider-Man movie we've gotten, including the Spider-Verse, was Sony.
True. Emily, thank you for hearting my live stream. Thank you, babe. That's my wife, guys. All right.
Yeah.
I blame. Sorry to all Eternals fans and Shang-Chi fans. They don't. Shang-Chi doesn't need a sequel? What?
That's another character that, like, where is
What?
he? That movie came out so long ago.
What? That's crazy. Okay, so while we're here, we might as well talk about it now. So Michael Waldron, who wrote for Loki, he actually got put on to write for Avengers, King Dynasty, and Secret Wars. And the guy that was directing King Dynasty and Secret Wars, who was the director of Shang-Chi, he actually is out of that Avengers the director role. He's going to be focusing on Shang-Chi. And the thought is that he's going to be taking some of that Kang stuff, is going to be putting that in Shang-Chi too. So pretty excited about that.
Yeah,
Shang-Chi does deserve a sequel though, bro.
I saw something online where the guy who like revised the writing for Loki is who they should have hired. I think it was Can We Have Some Toast who wrote that on X.
Yeah. I really like Waldron though. Waldron's done a great job with Loki. Unlike his best friend Jeff Loveness, who destroyed Ant-Man Quantumania.
I was going to say the same thing.
I mean, he wrote the heck out of Kang. I will say he wrote the heck out of Kang, but everything else was terrible. I blame the director for Eternals, one because I think there was a report that The director Kevin Feige did not. Yeah, I think it was Chloe Zhao, right? Was it Chloe Zhao?
Chloe Zhao, I think.
Yeah, I've never liked Chloe Zhao. Um, I don't like Chloe Zhao or Deborah Chow. They directed Obi-Wan. She directed Obi-Wan. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. As I said, I liked Eternals, but Eternals could have definitely been better. But I do like the movie, and they just need to go with a better director, man.
It's a
Like,
sleeper. It's a good movie.
really is.
Revisit
It really is.
and come back and let us know what you thought.
They had a really good cast too, man. Salma Hayek, like. All right. Now let's read the next one. Imagine a Batman cinematic universe where Nightwing, Robin, Gordon, Catwoman, Batgirl, etc. all get movies and TV shows, and there's no Bruce Wayne Batman. That's Sony
Here's the thing.
SSU without Spider-Man.
So
They tried that with CW, bro.
but they also did a show called Gotham, which was fire.
I think that show's overrated, but that's my opinion. I think it was.
Oh,
I
I
never liked
loved Gotham.
it. Never liked it.
I loved Gotham.
Plus, it was a
my
prequel,
God.
and then they tried to speed everyone up. That was so dumb. But yeah, I mean,
No,
look,
the show
I mean,
is fire. You should revisit it. That's like one of the greatest
I'm
shows
good.
ever.
I'm cool, bro. I'll fall asleep. But yeah, I mean, they tried that, and I mean, look, like there were shows like Titans that I thought was good, but could have been better, you know. So I mean, people tried it, but I do think Batman is different without Spider-Man because I mean, like Batman has sidekicks that could hold their own. Like you could do a Robin show and it could work. Teen Titans worked. I mean, those projects have worked. Spider-Man, like, who's a Spider-Man sidekick who could hold down their own freaking movie other than Miles Morales?
Who is Spider-Man? So
You know, and not to mention like Batman raised a kid. Spider-Man didn't raise Miles. He didn't raise Gwen Stacy. Like, you know what I mean? These are just made up characters. Okay. The thing is with villain movies is they make the villain look like the hero. And that's my issue, man. I feel like once studios see that a villain works, they're going trying to make them the hero. Shang-Chi was fired. Definitely needs a sequel. I agree, my brother. I agree. We need a Wong. Okay. No, Wong trolling. Are you serious, bro? Like, are you trolling? Enviro, are you trolling right now? My God.
I prefer a Wong movie over a
Enviro, we need you on this show. We need you on this show. The takes you've been giving tonight, man, you need to freaking hop on this show, man.
Yeah.
I do agree with your Madam Web take though. Very like a new director for Eternals to yes, he can work with. I agree. Okay. Now we have two more things to talk about and we're out of your hair.
No, I don't want to see
Doctor
Will Smith.
Strange 3. Doctor Strange 3.
Hold on, we skip this one. No, about Will Smith. I don't think that would be a good idea.
Maybe slap a few characters. Yo, Hancock is an underrated movie, man. It really is. I think Hancock is hilarious.
Listen, I like Will Smith as an actor. I do. I just don't think he belongs in the MCU.
They don't make villains the hero. Venom is an anti-hero, and Joker literally murders a talk show host. Definitely didn't come across as a hero.
No, but they make you feel guilty and like sympathy for the Joker. He obviously killed him, but like the whole movie up until that was about making you feel bad for the Joker and sympathizing with him.
I don't have an issue with sympathy because I think that
I don't either. I'm just saying what it is.
Yeah. My issue with the Joker, if we're going down this road, and I want to leave this quickly, I don't feel like talking about this, is that to me the Joker isn't the same without Batman, and there comes a point where you're just making up lore for the character, and that's how it felt for me. It just didn't feel genuine, and this nigga, oh, excuse my language, and this dude sitting here doing dance moves like bro, I don't want to see that. Like I'm good.
And now they're making a musical, which by the way is so irresponsible. Like
exactly.
It's
So Matt,
irresponsible.
Bro, so Matt, what I'm gonna need you to do is right. We will compensate you, okay, for that episode. You can cover that whole movie yourself. Like I won't pop up. Matt, you can cover that because I'm not covering that movie, bro. I'm kidding. I'm definitely gonna go and watch it, but it's gonna be a hard watch for me personally. But so to go watch it.
Yeah,
Matt, we'll probably see it together. But anyways, okay. I know you don't like musicals. I want to force you to watch one though, one of the more old like Disney ones. Okay. Anyways. They're making a World War Hawk solo. Okay. All right. Anyways, I'm getting distracted by these chats. Doctor Strange 3. Okay, Doctor Strange 3. So the rumor for Doctor Strange 3 is that him and Cleo are going to be in this movie, and that this is going to link to the Kang Dynasty. There's a rumor that Kang the Conqueror is going to be in it, and I don't know if they're going to be fighting each other, but he's going to be in it. There also heard rumors that Doctor Doom could possibly be in this project. I mean, it is a good idea to make it Doctor Strange 3. Obviously, Charlize Theron is casted as Clea. Obviously, a great casting. But by the way, I mean, I'm excited. Doctor Strange is one of my favorite characters in Marvel. Period. So, I mean, anything with a Doctor Strange, count me in. How do you feel about that Doctor Strange 3? And no
Yeah,
America
yeah.
Chavez, please.
No America Chavez, and like you really need the spotlight to be on Doctor Strange. That was irresponsible what they did in Doctor Strange too.
And for the love of crud, if Doctor Strange is not the Sorcerer Supreme by the end of this movie,
Yeah,
I'm going to lose it, bro. Why is this man not the freaking Sorcerer Supreme, bro? Oh my god. Oh my god. Anyways, so yeah. Yeah, we're all on board for Doctor Strange 3. I don't think any of us hit it. By the way, I rewatched Multiverse of Madness. So what a masterpiece that is.
You're bugging.
Black Panther 3. That is in talks to come back. So, from what I heard, from what I heard, T'Challa Jr. is not going to be the Black Panther.
Thank God.
The rumor is that they are going to use the multiverse to recast. I don't understand why I don't even understand why they didn't even freaking do this like from the beginning. Like, why didn't they recast from the start? Use the multiverse. If we're in the multiverse saga, right? Why not do it?
And bring the more back. Bring the more back so we have a T'Challa Namor movie.
Wait, you would do it Black Panther 3?
I'm talking about Black Panther 3. Bring the more back so we have a T'Challa Namor movie. I don't care.
You're wild, dude.
What they did for Black Panther to do.
Just redo the whole plot?
Yeah, do the whole thing over again.
You're a wild dude.
I mean, seriously, change up the plot. But like, they didn't kill Namor off. Have Namor come back and have T'Challa come back. And
or have him fight the Fantastic Four. That would be pretty awesome.
Oh, that would be crazy.
Remember in the comics when he fought the Fantastic Four, but it was like a training exercise? What a savage he was, man. What a savage T'Challa is. But yeah, man, I think that Black Panther 3 would be awesome. And I would love the idea of like Shuri and them being able to talk to like a T'Challa that's not from the Earth. I think that would be like super cool. And it could kind of be something that we've kind of like never seen before. And like, you know, with that idea of like people getting taken from the multiverse and dumped into the 616, or not 616, but to our MCU Earth, I think that would be super awesome. So
yeah,
I'm all for that. Now next week is going to be a big DC episode for us. I kind of want to do a ranking, man. I want to do a DCEU ranking episode. So that's what we're going to do next week, man. I feel like we've been talking about news for these past like couple weeks. I want to have some fun. So we're going to do a ranking episode. We're going to get some guests on for next week. I know Matt's a DC fan, so we'll probably get him on. Probably get Darren on. Rome's going to be on as well. I'm gonna hit up Rome, but I know Rome's gonna have one. We're gonna have like 4 to 5 people on. Just have some fun, man. Because it's Christmas time, and we're gonna have some fun. So yeah. Now we're gonna read these chats, and then we'll get out of here. Okay. So, where we at? Okay. Sony SSU has no Spider-Man that exists in that universe. That's the point I was making. Imagine a Batman cinematic universe, but Bruce Wayne doesn't exist. Yeah, I agree. Like, I said this years ago. I was like, yo, why can't we just get a Miles in the Sony universe and just keep Peter in the MCU? It's definitely a creative risk making a musical, but realistically, the story can still be told through music. You just gotta be in that. Bro, I love musicals. You know me, bro. In my soul, villain movies just don't sit well with me. I like Wong, maybe a solo TV show. Not a solo TV show, dude. Nothing. Just keep Wong as just Doctor Strange's sidekick. That's fine. Also, Abed as Batman 2024. What the heck are you talking about?
Yeah, who's Abed?
Is this like something that I just don't know?
Yeah.
Matt, can you explain that, bro? I'm a little confused. Why don't you want America Chavez in Doctor Strange 3? I don't want America
sucks.
Yeah, I don't want America Chavez in Doctor Strange 3 because why? Why do we need America Chavez in Doctor Strange 3? Like, I mean, I think it's cool though that they are making her a sorcerer. I think that's going to add more, like Shabazz to the character. But I would love just a Doctor Strange story, bro. I love Doctor Strange. I couldn't agree more. Bun, virtual hug. Okay. All right. Doctor Strange, the Third Eye will be a dope name. Multiverse of Midness, Multiverse of Goodness, bro. Hater. Because he has three eyes, that would be a perfect title. Yeah, I like that. Aquaman, Namor. Namor is so mid, bro. Actually, I think Namor is dope, bro. By
I
the way,
think Namor's dope,
yeah,
and that's
Namor's
a
dope. He's not better than
crazy
Aquaman.
pick.
He's definitely not better than Aquaman, but Namor is
Oh, but
fire, bro.
he's
You can't even
definitely
say
better
that.
than Aquaman. And
He's not
in the
better than Aquaman.
comics, he's definitely better than Aquaman.
He's cooler than Aquaman, but he's not better than Aquaman.
I disagree. I think he's
Aquaman's
cooler
a
and
savage. Aquaman's a savage. I read White Tiger could be the villain in Black Panther 3. Would be very interesting. Isn't White Tiger a girl?
I think so. I don't really know White Tiger.
Okay. If Black Panther 3 is after Secret Wars with a soft rebooted T'Challa, then sign me up. But if Shuri or T-Child...
Oh, I know White Tiger.
I never heard that. T-Child, that's actually funny. Or T-Child. But yeah, it's going to make less than the second movie because now you have the benefit of Chad's death. Yeah, bro, it's... oh, now you don't have the benefit. Yeah, bro, I'm pretty sure they want to make Shuri the Black Panther. I pray to God that they want to do that. Then I might have to cook the movie. Really... and then all of my black friends will hate me. Really, they should just cancel Black Panther. It's like making Iron Man 4 without RDJ. No, you just recast and move on. Bro, Darren's coming on. That man finna have Birds of Prey wrist. You are a hater, bro. Shut up. Yo, that is actually funny though. Yo, fun fact, Comic Cuts. Me and Matt sat the whole way through Birds of Prey, the freaking live action. Did you watch that or no?
Never.
Did you watch that in theaters? Yeah, bro. We like sat through that jump, bro. That was a hard watch. So you want a variant of T'Challa? Yes, bro. I think T'Challa.
I don't even think it needs to be variant. Just recast him.
Oh, yeah. Are you ranking in tiers or by numbers? We usually do by numbers. That's how we usually rank. Yeah. So
are we gonna do the?
I'll be open to doing tiers.
Are we gonna do the idea I had that I texted you last week? Are we gonna do that style?
What was it?
I don't say it on here because I don't want to take it. I thought it was a really cool idea.
We'll talk after. A bet. Oh, okay, not a bet. I bet. You've never seen Community? No, I have never seen Community, bro. But I heard it's a really good show though. But I don't really like the only show that I watch that's not superhero. Like, I love The Big Bang Theory. I watch that like 24/7.
You know what I'm watching right now, which I watched when it came out, but it was so long ago. Is House of Cards? Oh, so good.
See, bro, my wife, she watches shows like that. Like, not well, my wife's on like the average, Grey's Anatomy, but she watches like SWAT and all these other shows. But yeah, dude, I mean, I loved Once Upon a Time. I binged that. I love fairy tale stuff. I'm a weirdo. I love weird stuff. Like I watched that super heavy. I watched Pretty Little Liars. I binge watched Riverdale.
Riverdale. I watched. I actually really liked it. I think I'm 2 seasons.
Yeah, that was a good show.
They're saying that they're looking at Lily Reinhart, the blonde girl, for Superwoman for the DCU. That would be an awesome.
Take me to the theaters, man. Take me to the theaters. All right, let me stop singing before you hop off the show, man. All right, the second, bro. What if I did like a freaking theme song? What if I like?
I'm okay with the theme song. I don't like the thing I don't like about musicals. It's like every single thing they got to sing about. It's so cheesy. It's like, oh, the bad guy's coming. Oh, we're gonna fight him. It's like, and I know I'm not a singer, but that is so whack.
Oh my god, fight him. You're so funny, bro. The second I saw American Chavez. Wait, is this a joke? American Chavez? That's her name from now on. American Chavez. The second I saw American Chavez have the final battle against Wanda rather than Strange, and she somehow puts up a better fight, bro. Wanda's like the most popular character in Marvel, and all this girl can do is just switch freaking planets or switch universes, and now all of a sudden she can super punch whatever. Strange can't be the Sorcerer Supreme because he was blipped. They got to change that, bro. He's literally so mid. The more looks like a cornball who bangs fish, bro. Shut up. No, he does not, bro. No, he does not. He's fly. Ha ha. To child. Are you guys going to the cinema for Aquaman 2? Duh.
Yeah.
I've been trying to get early tickets for like weeks, bro, and still can't get them, bro. It
That would be
sucks.
sick.
Yeah, well, they were holding some, but they sold out so fast. Some fans won't be happy if they recast T'Challa. Well, they can suck it.
They're gonna be
T-Child.
We got
Go
what
ahead.
they wanted, and we got Wakanda forever. So
Yep.
just tell them to suck it up.
Yeah. T-Child or little TJ? I like T-Child. Tiers create less argument. You're gonna have hella people disagreeing on exact numbers. Plus, you can do it on stream. I'll be honest, bro. I like disagreements though. That's the toxic side of me. But I will. Nah, I wouldn't mind doing tiers. But like, and honestly, bro. Yo, Matt, can you text me like how you do tiers? Like, text me what tiers are. I know there's like the S tier. Is it like A, B, C tier? Like just shoot me a text. Tell me how those tiers work. I want to take a look into that. Joker 2 with Lady Gaga, hit or miss. Miss. Millie Bobby Brown could be Supergirl. Hell no. And yeah, Millie Bobby Brown, great actress, not Supergirl. Okay, so we're gonna end here. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening. Please like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. Videos going out almost every day. Have a wonderful day. And if you guys play COD or whatever, send your gamer tag, man. We can game it up together.
Yeah.
And subscribe to our other pages, Fantasy Cuts and Superhero Cuts
Action
Gaming.
Cuts.
Follow those page. Action Cuts is going to be coming out very soon. Logo is being worked on, and we're going to start getting some stuff out. But if you're into other stuff like Avatar: The Last Air, Bender, all that stuff, we are going to start getting into that. Thank you. I'm not a weirdo. Thank you. I am not a weirdo because I like Once Upon a Time. But yeah, I love you guys. We love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Peace out.
Peace.
Wait, hold on. You guys are saying T'Challa is wrong. The T sounds like T'Challa. All right, anyway. All right, peace out.